Why ain't YouTube? It's your boy Kurt, and I'm back with another video. Peace to the guys, peace to the goddesses, peace to the kings, peace to the queens, peace to the peasants, peace to everybody tapping in. But I'm gonna make an example right quick. I work a lot with computers, right? I work a lot with machines and technology, and for all y'all who are hip with the technology, you do understand that technology is constantly evolving on a day-to-day basis, every minute, every second, every millisecond, nigga. It's constantly evolving, and every piece of technology has specific hardware that it needs in order to run the software. For example, if you have a laptop and you're running Windows 11 on, you find that it's certain programs that you cannot run you can't run specific programs on Windows 7 anymore that are only compatible with Windows 11, right? If you find out you cannot run certain programs on Windows XP, it's like the earliest form of Windows that you're running on current Windows 10 or Windows 11. Why not? Because the hardware is not compatible to run the latest software. This is just a basic example with the computers, right? It's the same thing as your smart TVs nowadays, your smart fridges. There's certain apps that you cannot run on the smart TV, even if it's an Android app. It's Android TV. You might have had an Android phone from back in the day. You can't run the same apps on that phone that you can run on a TV because the TV's hardware does not support the outdated software. This goes for you as well as a human being, bro. You are the most highly intelligent biological hardware on the planet. I'm gonna say that again, bro. Your being, your physical body is the highest form of biotechnology, nigga. This is because if you study and do research on how the body works and how human anatomy works, right? Your body is constantly updating. Your body is constantly refreshing. We can go into things like your cell regeneration. It takes about, what, 21 days for your cells to regenerate. It means it takes 21 days for your cells to become new again, nigga. So your cells kill the old cells and produce new cells in 21 days. That's basically your body constantly having a software update. This is happening involuntarily. You don't have to control none of this shit. Your brain alone is the biggest form of technology there is. This is why you got niggas like Elon Musk trying to merge their chips with your brain. You don't need that. Why you ever ask yourself, why does he need to be out here putting chips in our brains? Yeah, they might give you all the positive benefits that's gonna bring, but at the same time, it's because it's certain things that the technology that they have cannot do, that they're gonna need a human subject in order to do, because everything is within you. All the power, you have it. Understand that. I'm gonna make another example in nature, bruh. I'm gonna use this nigga's law. I forgot his name, but it's the law of evolution, right? It's the law of natural selection too, of how giraffes managed to have long necks. In the beginning times, apparently we had giraffes with short necks and long necks. The food that the giraffes eat was high up in the trees, right? And apparently only the ones with the longest necks survived, which ended up causing the ones with shorter necks to die because they couldn't get the food that they needed to eat. What ended up happening is, from now on, since we only had the long neck giraffes, every new breed of giraffes that came was long neck, because these are the only ones that survived. So the genes of the short neck giraffe ended up dying and becoming non-existent because it was not strong enough to survive in its environment. The genes of the short neck giraffe was not strong enough to survive in its environment, so it ended up dying down, and we now have just long neck giraffes, because in order for them to survive, they need to be eaten up from trees high up in the sky. This is why the giraffe's neck is long. Same goes for you. The reason why you have humans that sometimes die is because they're not strong enough to survive in a specific environment. Whether it be you go to Russia, nigga, you go to Alaska where it's cold as fuck and you get pneumonia and your body cannot survive that, you're gonna die down. And what's gonna end up happening? This means, and let's say you die down and you don't have kids. That basically means your genetics have died down. Your genetics have cease to exist because you won't be able to produce kids. But if you go to Russia and let's say you might get sick from pneumonia and recover, and then you have kids, your kids will most likely be strong enough and stronger than you to survive in cold places like Russia, Alaska. This is because it's not rooted in your genetics and your DNA memory that you went through the pain and you survived it and you became stronger. Hence, whatever offspring you breed out is going to become stronger than you and will most likely survive in these cold areas that you might have not been able to survive or you might have gotten sick by. Chances of your offspring getting sick in these same areas is very low because their genes become stronger than yours. So I say this to say this. If everything around you is constantly updating and adapting, why is your mind not adapting and changing? Because that's one thing that you voluntarily are supposed to do. You have to understand your brain is like a computer, bruh. The same way your computer runs, the same way your Windows machine is running updates on a constant basis, looking for the latest chip drivers, latest chipset drivers, the latest firmware. It's the same way you supposed to be upgrading your mind onto the latest firmware. It doesn't matter if that means changing your philosophy, because philosophies can change, bruh. This is because the world is moving fast, and if you stay in the same without changing, this means it could come to the point where you are not fit enough to maneuver in your environment simply because the environment is changing. And the moment you change, the moment you update your software, the moment you update your firmware, you notice that you're able to do things that you couldn't have done if you didn't get the update. Same shit on your laptop, nigga. You find that every time you playing Call of Duty, whether it's on your console, every few months you need to update that shit because it's new patches, it's new things that come on to that game, right? Because the environment is constantly changing. You find that if you don't have the latest update, you might not be able to play with them who got the latest update. You might not be able to play in the new maps. You might not have the new skins. You might not have new guns because you have not updated the software. Same applies with you, bro. If you're not constantly updating your mind and updating your philosophies, you're not gonna have new skills. You won't have no new map. You won't have a new way of seeing things in which can help you maneuver and go to the next level in life. Understand that this shit is a video game, nigga. Your life is a video game. And you constantly need to be updating your software and the hardware too. Imagine staying the same, nigga, imagine staying the same physically, bro. That means you're restricting yourself from basically performing things that you could perform in the next level. Like, bruh, it's the same as a fighter, right? I'm gonna put, for example, UFC. You might have an enemy in a heavyweight class when you're a middleweight. In order for you to be able to perform in heavyweight, you need to up your weight. That's another form of updating your software, your hardware, I mean. That's a form of updating your hardware. So, same as you can take a look at yourself in the mirror right now and be like, shit, I don't like how my avatar is looking right now. What do I need to do? Do I need to hit the gym more? Do I need to stop eating more? Do I need to cut down on the food? Do I need to increase the food? Do I need to stop working out a little bit? Like, depending on what your hardware need, and depending on what the software you have running in here, your hardware is gonna have to match that. And the hardware is the physical body. This is why constant updating of hardware and software is important to further maneuver this matrix. Understand that, bro. It's completely fine for you to be changing your philosophies every 6 months. Maybe the shit that you was doing 6 months ago might not be working for you right now, based off where you currently are in your environment and based off where you currently are on the map. Picture this shit as a game, nigga. This shit is a video game. Like, nigga, you find out you might have started the year off fucking 50 HP with 558 XP, nigga. 50 HP, 50 for 50. You got 50 health, you got 50 health power, you got 50 experience. 6 months into the game, nigga, you probably might have had, 300 HP, 300 health power, depending on what you're doing, and 500 XP. Your health power increased with your experience. So when you get to that stage, it gets to a point where you're looking at it like, shit, what can I do to unlock the next level? And then you're gonna do what's required in order for you to unlock the next level. Man, look at this nigga. But Let me make a video, nigga. Chill. Chill, man. Chill, honey. Chill out on me. Go play that side, man. So like I'm saying, you find out 6 months into the year, you might be on 500 HP, 300 HP, or you might even be on 25 HP. And shit, 25 XP, nigga, because you not doing the right things to level you up, but instead you doing the wrong things, which are taken from your health power and removing your experience. So the only way you can up your experience and your health power is by changing philosophies and upgrading the software and the hardware. And how do you do that in this matrix as a human being, nigga? Constantly educating yourself, constantly learning new things. That's updating your software. Because the moment you update the software, this means you have more knowledge. This means the more knowledge you have mentally, this means you see things from a different perspective, which allows you to open doors to new opportunities. Because you see more, you basically unlocking new locations on the map. Is by what? Expanding the mind. You don't expand that. You don't expand your new locations on the map by just moving around. You expand it through the mind, because the more you read, the more you know, the more you start looking things differently. You can look at one thing, but the moment you have different perspectives off that one thing, you have options. You get what I'm saying? How do you upgrade your hardware? How do you upgrade your health power? Eating healthy, working out, getting stronger every day. That's how you get stronger, bruh. That's how you update the health power. So it can take you 30 days, nigga, to get from 50 HP to 100 HP. Doing things like practicing semen retention. This is increasing your HP, nigga. This is increasing your power. Understand what I'm saying, nigga? Life is a fucking game. And play this shit how you want to play. It's up to you to decide how you want to play this shit. For real. That's a different perspective I'm gonna give y'all today. That's today's video, bruh. Life is a video game, and you need to be constantly updating your software and hardware in order to move, because everything around you is moving. And if you're not, you most likely gonna stay the same. You most likely gonna stay in the same position, or you most likely gonna become incompetent. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna die because you're not strong enough to survive. As simple as that. Everything else around you is growing. Everything around you is getting bigger, but you're staying the same. You're gonna become incompetent. This is why some of y'all might find it hard to be in relationship, because you're not changing your mindset. The moment you're able to change your mindset and philosophies, you find out, like I said, you create new opportunities and new perspectives. A lot of people gonna end up dying alone because they don't want to change this. But the moment you change this, you open up new levels to the map that you would have never gone to if you were staying the same. Remember that. And with great power comes great responsibility. And that's today's video. Peace. I'm gonna check y'all on the next one.